So this is the LT-100 and this is the LS-100. These are two lighting solutions for your desk that you can buy from Corsair. And I wanted to do a little review, comparing both of them because they're kind of in the same category. And I wanted to do a little head-to-head competition of comparing these two different products because to me they're very similar and they have a lot of similar use cases. For my first impressions, the LS-100 was the first thing I got. It was sent to me by Corsair as a beta tester, and I was really looking forward to this before they even announced it or even told us about it. I really wanted something like this from Corsair. There were a couple other commercial products available. Most of the kind of ambient lighting that you get for your monitor are just thrown together with Raspberry Pi and all these other different devices. But to me, there wasn't really a good out of the box solution that you could just throw onto your monitor. So the neat thing about this is, it was something I wanted before Corsair even announced it to us. So I was super happy to get it, super stoked. And yeah, that was kind of my first impression. Really excited to get this one. This, on the other hand, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I love lighting and love RGB, but, just from the marketing photo, to me, when I first saw this, it struck me as has Corsair gone too far with lighting? I know that might be blasphemy for a few guys out there, but to me, just having RGB lighting in your face for nothing but other than RGB is a bit over the top. To be honest, I was a lot more impressed after I got to use it. So I'll kind of go over what I thought about these. So starting off with the LS-100, it's a nice solution, but I ran into a couple of issues with it, and it's not really a Corsair problem, but a more environmental problem. For example, my wall is a color of mocha, and light tends to be absorbed by darker colors as opposed to being reflected by a lighter color. So white, if you have white walls, which probably most people do, which won't be an issue, you're going to get a much better effect. And actually included a piece of white poster board to kind of show what it would look like using the LS-100 against a white background or a dark background like the mocha background that I have. So I did some videos. In this footage you can see the difference between having the poster board in place, using this little white text box, going back and forth and showing you this is kind of the ambient video lighting. This is the mode that I was really excited about. You just move this white box around, you can see how it reflects, and then I remove the poster board and you can see how it's really a lot harder to see. And also it's about 2 to 3 times brighter than what you see in the video. It's really hard to capture stuff that's dark in video mode. I also played some various games with it, and you can see how the difference between using a white poster board or having a white background would be compared to just having a darker color wall. So that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. I also, in a few cases, found myself wanting to push the monitor back against the wall. That way I could actually get some brighter effects, but it was kind of also a little bit more comfortable because the monitor closer to me. I ran into an issue, and on the bottom of my monitor I had this little indent where you have your I/O and you can plug things in, and it was really hard to mount it to that. So what I just kind of just threw it in place and used the pressure of the cables to hold it there, and that worked until I moved the monitor or moved something around and fall. But that was on rare occasions. I don't really touch my monitor that often. So one of the last things that really impressed me about this was the adhesive. Strips in general have a horrible reputation of having horrible adhesion. So you take the little backing off, you attach something, and it just slowly peels away. So that's pretty much every strip I have. I actually never really use the adhesive on the back anymore. I usually attach it with some other means, but I kind of like the way Corsair did. They use these little steel pieces that have this really good adhesive, and because it's kind of more, since it's much wider, it actually gives you a lot more surface area than the adhesive on these. It's a lot better than what's on the normal strips. I think that was one of the failures of was it NZXT's lighting solution. They would just peel off the side. So it's nice to have something that really sticks to the monitor. I cleaned mine off, and most of the testers I know had no issues with these coming off. So this was a good job. None of mine came off. Matter of fact, the annoying thing is my daughter got into these and started peeling them off and playing with them, sticking to things, and they're horrible to take off. So keep out of reach of children. This is really cool, but I was kind of more let down by my environment, by my dark walls and the as well as the fact that my monitor wasn't as easy to mount. But I mean, those are small issues, and most people have white walls. So the LT-100, on the other hand, its first over impression not with me, but some other people was, it's kind of a joke. Why do you want to have these gigantic lights shining in your eyes? And the neat thing about this is actually you can reverse, you can pull out these two bars and rotate them 180 and stick them back in, so the lighting is actually facing the wall, but you still have the front of the base facing you. So that is one neat feature, and that's one thing that kind of made me be more impressed about these, because you can actually have video mode just like you can in the on the Corsair LS-100. So you can basically have the outside perimeter of your lighting reflect what you're doing on your screen. So as you can see in this video, where the lighting will impact different zones on the back of where the stands are, and I rather enjoyed it. Like, it's not as much setting up. You don't have to put adhesive on your monitor. You just throw these behind. And the neat thing is, I can have the monitor closer to me and push the stands further back. That way I kind of get the monitor at the distance I want, and I can get these closer to the wall so they can actually generate more light or more of effect. And that's one thing I did like about it. Another thing is, unbeknownst to the picture and to me, these came with little headphone holders. So I mean, it kind of serves two purposes. It goes from looking like a gaudy, in your face, hey, RGB, rainbow unicorns, to more of a, hey, cool ambient, backlighting for your monitor, which kind of expands your kind of your environment, as well as includes a little headphone stand, so you can just slap your headphone. And this is pretty cool compared to the magnetic parts kit that I normally use as my headphone holder, which is still a pretty good idea. You can get these from Harbor Freight for $2 or a few bucks. Like, initial impressions, yeah, I thought it wasn't amazing, but yeah, after using both of them and playing with them a bit, if they're priced a little bit differently. I think this is like it's a little bit cheaper. I think about $50 cheaper. So if you have a monitor, if your white walls, want a slightly cheaper solution, then this might be the way to go for you. But for me, I found I like these a little bit more, because I can just hang my headphones on, and I can have more of an immersive feel by pushing them against closer to the wall and having my monitor towards me, and I kind of like it overall. And I did put some videos together comparing, like, how these were, with the white background versus, just the dark color, because some people might have that situation where they have a darker paint on the wall, and they want to know how it will look. So it's really up to you. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.